Welcome and thank you so much for being here. I hope you are having a beautiful day or night. We're going to do a timeless collective reading specifically for the energy, intention, thoughts, feelings, situation with the divine masculine energy you are connected to, however that is. It's going to be messages from this person's higher self to be helpful for you and get you a little clarity. Timeless, collective, see what resonates and leave what doesn't. And remember that divine inner guidance is in you. Try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's just dive right on in and see what messages come out. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Grace, Consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What are the messages helpful for the collective to know about the divine masculine energy they are thinking about right now in the present moment? Please and thank you. What would be helpful to bring some clarity? Let's see what the opening message is. The divine masculine right now is absolutely running on empty. They're exhausted. They feel depleted, drained. They feel like there's been a really long journey that they've been going through, trying to figure out, and they've run out of spiritual gas stations. They're looking for that gas station, looking how to get back their energy. This could be an exhausting situation that they're dealing with. It could be just current situation in their life that is just draining them. It could be something work related, friends, family. It could be an internal struggle, but they are feeling like their energy is being pulled out, and they're either overgiving, or someone is pulling so much energy out of them they don't know how to replenish it fast enough. It's been a long time. See you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. I don't know what song that is, but I actually hear the song. So maybe you haven't seen this person for a long time and they're going to tell you all about this long, exhausting journey in the future soon. Let's get another message. What's another message, please and thank you? They're running on empty. Maybe this person ghosted you. It could be a runner chaser dynamic. Maybe that was an exhausting situation, especially if somebody kept chasing them and they never had time to stop. But I kind of feel like that's not really you. I don't feel like you're chasing after somebody running away. I actually see somebody running and they think somebody's following them, and they've got, so far down the road, and they turn around and there's nobody there. But if that is somebody that every time they look over their shoulder, somebody is there, that would be exhausting. So this could be an avoidant person. That usually happens out of fear, running away before they have to face something that feels really hard, or they assume is going to be really hard. This is somebody who does the old disappearing act. They're there, then they're just not. It could have been even like a, breadcrumb kind of situation. But I feel like this is somebody, like I see a superhero. I don't know what superhero that is that makes themselves invisible. The Invisible Man. I feel like they almost wish they could just be invisible, but maybe that has the energy of transparency. Maybe this person, they're facing their shadow self or deep inner reflection. That would bring a lot of growth. Bringing something to light instead of always pushing it in the shadows, facing fears, facing shadows. But if somebody is learning about transparency, honesty, self-reflection, but it could also be where someone is, I hear self-awareness, but I think it's more like responsibilities for their own actions or inactions, if it's this. So let's get another message. Tell us more about why the divine masculine is running. It could also be that there is somebody else that's running. And that's what this divine masculine is dealing with, because everything can always be flipped. But let's get a little more clarity about running. I just see somebody running on empty. It's like instead of being even in the car, they're doing something the hard way. They're actually doing something on foot. But maybe that's helping somebody get more grounded. Which is kind of interesting because I see somebody grounded, but this person actually looks like they're running. I just thought of a song. Am I something? It's something about a city. It's a really weird video. I'm gonna find it and I'll put it in the thing. But this person's actually running on top of the water, which seems miraculous. So maybe they're just kind of skimming the surface of an emotional situation instead of diving in. Maybe diving in would be really helpful. I just thought of that song Shallow by Lady Gaga. What is another message, please and thank you? Only you. That's really beautiful. I mean, it's almost like whoever this masculine is, whoever the only you person is, which I kind of feel like is you. I mean, it's you. That's who we're connecting to now. You see this person eye to eye. You're still like maybe in the shadows, but maybe it's seeing the reflection of every facet of a person because you have this beautiful sunrise right behind you. You have that light at the end of a dark situation. This could be someone who's really craving you, missing you. No matter how far away they try to run, they still feel devoted and attached to you. So only you, that's like an old song. Can make this world feel bright, only you. I don't know, but maybe I can find that with the lyrics. So now it looks like this divine masculine is thinking about you. They're craving you. Also another song. Maybe they tried to detach their energy. Maybe you detached your energy. Let's go to this one. This is the twin flame oracle. Let's just do layers. I feel like I see like an onion or a lotus. Either something is blossoming or peeling back the layers. So let's do this reading in layers and get another layer. What is another layer on exhaustion? Running and only you. Please and thank you. What would be helpful for the collective to know when it comes to the divine masculine energy? Deception. Maybe they're devoted to you, have feelings for you, but never showed it. It could be where there's someone in this person's energy that is being deceptive, wearing a mask. That could be an energy that is depleting them of their energy. This is someone who is looking at whatever I said before, only skimming the surface. It's whoever this is, if they're always wearing a mask, I mean, it doesn't even look like it's like a stoic, non-expressive face. It doesn't look happy. It doesn't look sad. It's painted all ornately beautiful in gold, but it just looks bland, empty. It doesn't even look like you can see the eyes behind the mask. So this is duplicity, looking beyond the superficial. it could be that maybe this this particular divine masculine, whoever I'm tapping into now, might feel exhausted from always having to wear the mask, conceal how they're really feeling, maybe even conceal how they're really feeling about you. But I feel like that's coming to light, at least within them. It's somebody who is or was in an illusion land, make pretend land, not living their truth, you know, dressing the part, but a part that they don't want to be playing. It's like they're playing the Joker here. And it's not like the Fool, which is a beautiful energy. It feels like kind of like a joke. Like maybe this is something that felt exciting at first, but now it's starting to feel empty, superficial. This could be somebody who always tried to fill in the void by beautiful stuff, materialism. Maybe that's changing. Let's get another message. I'm gonna let you see that, because even this person is holding that rose. It's like somebody's making them, I feel like this could be someone around them too. It's like they're making them this beautiful offer, but then there's emptiness behind the offer. So I'm not sure if this is somebody around this masculine that's in this deceptive energy, or this is them in a deceptive energy, which is just creating more and more exhaustion in their life, or they're deceiving themselves by running away from the truth. Clarity on deception, please. Observe. I feel like this is somebody who is having some self-reflection, observation on their own actions or inactions, repetitive patterns, cycles. It could also be where somebody is maybe looking even at you, or looking at something that they are watching on social media. So now you have like illusion, but you have curiosity. Somebody's watching from a distance. So I am getting from this, if there is distance and there was a runner, they haven't exactly disappeared. Maybe you haven't seen them, but they've been looking at you somehow, whether that's in their mind, you know, pictures that they are, I hear like creating scenarios. They are thinking about past memories they are replaying. But I do feel like it has to do with something they're physically looking at on a screen, their computer, their phone. So if you don't have social media, that's not your message. If you do have social media, they are looking at something, but from a distance. It does look like they're still fascinated by you. I kind of feel like you never had this mask on. And I also feel like you were somebody they never needed a mask on with. And if somebody is like in this energy of fascination, that's like somebody in awe. So maybe you're doing something amazing with yourself, with your energy. I would say you're being really authentic. I'm even getting like unapologetic, but I don't feel like it's like owning it. Not really that you're not apologizing for anything unless there's something you need to apologize for. I feel like you would if you had the chance and this person wasn't going the other direction. Maybe this person is learning something about patterns or habits from or observing something online. It could be learning about like avoidant attachment, karmic cycles, even love languages, even maybe psychology, or I'm even learning about maybe manipulation here. Because if it's deception, it's somebody being false with their intentions and their offers to get something back. So maybe they're observing even their everyday situation or current influences or the attachments that are around them in a different way. I also see that this could be somebody who is not overreacting or now reacting differently, because I feel like there's somebody who maybe immediately did an action or immediately had a response to any situation here. And I feel like this is somebody who's stepping into their personal power. They're watching first. They're being more aware of maybe the questions that are being asked. And I feel like this is somebody who is waiting to respond, not just like blurting something out or responding over immediate emotions. Let's see, let's get one more. What is another layer? Please and thank you. What would be helpful for the collective? And you got the twin flame. So, I mean, you know how I get on this channel when this comes in. But this is something where, I mean, it keeps coming through for you guys. So this is a deep situation, and I pulled it over the only you. It almost even looks like in two different decks, this is the same exact card. So, you know, that you're mirroring somebody else. But if there's any kind of soul dynamic that's this deep, beyond lifetimes, beyond time, beyond dimensions, guided, gifted, protected, and inspired by God. That's such a deep soul connection, magnetism, attraction, then it's probably really confusing. And you're probably in a situation right now with another person you're thinking about where you're both growing, you're both learning, you both have things you know, did that were beautiful and helpful. And you both probably did things to the other person that may have been really hurtful. But it's ultimately because this situation is going to aid in your souls together, elevation, escalation, and like transfiguration, all those things, like the metamorphosis energy in such a different, unique, special, and divinely directed, protected, inspired way that it's going to be unlike any other person. It is going to be a connection where it's absolutely incomparable to any other dynamic partnership in your lives. And it doesn't go anywhere. It just is. So it's eternal love. It's unconditional love. It's loving somebody so much that you absolutely, wholeheartedly, with all of your soul, want that person to have the best. And they probably want the exact same for you. But it's all about this growth. You know, it's a constant change. I just see that caduceus. So I do see a lot of healing like this. I also see the DNA strand, or I don't know, I actually see like magnets. So yin yang, masculine, feminine, positive, negative. But a magnet, just think about a magnet when it's going the right way, you know, when it's opposite, it's like you can feel that intensity, you feel it, and then it comes together. And then sometimes that's hard to pull apart. But then think about that magnet when it's the wrong way or the opposite way. It's actually like a retracting. It's actually pushing against the other and creating distance. And I feel like there is reason for the distance, and then there's reason that the attraction and connection needed to happen too. But you got to figure out how to get it, hopefully, at this back and forth beautiful dynamic. So do I have my glasses here? It is where there is a twin flame energy seeking union, but that union is not whole when the other person is there filling in a void. That wholeness is not there when you're placing so much attention onto the other person, because then it's now lack of attention in your soul or their soul, whoever this is. So one of the most important dynamics that can be learned in this kind of union is that unconditional love, acceptance, that goes out there to the other person and also everybody else that may be involved, but also that love needs to come back to the self. Because if you're depleting yourself, not valuing yourself, you know, always looking for something out there for outside validation, or, you know, to bring the happiness, to bring the love, to bring whatever, A, that's too much damn pressure. And B, you're missing a whole side of that coin. So once it's a wholeness in one's self, beautiful reflection on the shadows, the light, all of it, acceptance and understanding it's constant growth. We're never fully healed. We're never fully grown. We're never fully, you know, accelerating in spirituality or on the 3D earth, because it's both. If you're down here, it's to learn about the 3D world. It is about, you know, paying attention to finances, stability, what you're working on, being grounded. You just can't be up in spiritual land in the ether, then nothing gets grounded. And that might start with you putting that grounding energy into inspiration you got by the divine that connects to the talents and interests and joy and passion that you have, to start working on something that you feel good about. Maybe that is the place to begin, because whatever connection this is, it's going to have that coming together when the vibration is right. There might be moments it comes together because there needs to be a little extra inspiration or even push into the shadow, because that's going to create really big, I hear healing. And this could be healing from lifetimes. It doesn't even have to be like stemming from childhood or past bad relationships. This healing could go millions of years back, or, you know, who knows, other galaxies far away. You know, if it's eternal, that's a long ass time. But there's something really special now in this time about this, but it's doing the work. It's passion, reincarnation, eternal love, and it looks beautiful. So it figures that this would go into a twin flame reading. I mean, I did start it as the divine masculine reading, but that out of hundreds of decks of cards, and there'll be maybe just one, it continually comes through for this collective. So, and I always say, just forget about the label. Forget about, you know, the product sticker that's put on that. It's just something that is so deep in your soul, and a connection that is so special, that it is different. And it's really something that no matter what's going on in your everyday, it's almost like the less attention you put on it, or the less energy you place on something, the more allowance and space you have for something to unfold and to really connect into the divine energy and the free will for it to manifest faster, solidify faster. However that dynamic is supposed to be for whoever this is, because everybody's dynamic is different. Everybody's personality is different. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's soul elevation is in a different place. So ultimately, when you watch readings, the answer is not out there. The answer is inside you and your direct connection to God, to source, whatever you believe in, the universe. And the dynamic at a soul to soul level, it's only between you and that person. So, all right. I should have known that this would get deep. But let's continue. I said something about the universe. So let's go to the universe and get a message. I feel like this message is going to be for you, though. And then maybe I brought the telepathy oracle. So let's maybe do, at least start with one of those. Maybe the divine truth and tarot. I do have my mystery pile. I didn't know what I was going to pull for this reading. So let's do one message from the universe, or yeah, let's go this way for you. What is the biggest message for the collective right now that would be helpful on the connection with a divine masculine? And for some of you, you might be watching this for yourself, and all of this could be flipped. So just take it how it resonates for you. You know, it could also be a cross watcher. Tea, please and thank you. All right, so when the world, yeah, I mean, this would make sense, because if you have a connection like that, you're gonna hit the shadows. You're gonna have that dark night of their soul. You're gonna have like deep reflections that you didn't want to see at the surface level of any other mundane partnership, even a normal soulmate partnership, especially a karmic partnership. I mean, that can get deep, but that's a different kind of soul lesson than this. So it does say, when the world feels like it's coming crashing down around you. I just thought of crash into me. That's a sexy song though. Dave Matthews. Take that as an opportunity to find yourself. That's sort of what I was feeling. Take that lemon and make it lemonade. Take that darkness and create that inner light inside of you. Take something, you know, it's standing up again. It's gaining more strength from hitting like the bottom of the barrel, the end of the road. Where are we? Take this as an opportunity to find yourself and let go of who you thought you were. Not all storms come to destroy your life. Some come to clear your path. Decide that this crisis will be the turning point for what you have been waiting for. You know, somebody's running in circles around and around and around, and it doesn't even feel like that circle is expanding. Sometimes outside influences, other people, whatever it is, has to be almost like a destined event in your life, because it wouldn't get you going down a different path otherwise. It would just be like a really long plateau. I kind of feel like I see like a really sharp cliff somebody has to climb up, and then I see almost like a hole somebody has to jump down. But it's interesting, I feel like at the top of the cliff there's so many clouds you still can't see what it looks like at the top of that mountain, and I feel like down the hole you don't know how far that goes either, but both are necessary for strength. So it's either a complete leap of faith and release, or it's either a complete determination to make it up something that feels difficult. I still feel like that's opposite energy. I don't know if that's you or someone else, or multi-situations that are going on, but ultimately this is something that's bringing you a blessing. And I do feel like for some of you, you may have gone through a situation that was really intense, getting you to the right place where it was somebody really special, really deep, you know, whether that's whatever label you want to put on it, a soulmate or whatever, you could have put a lot of energy into that, felt exhausted, thought it was the person for you. But have awareness of this. Also, don't deceive yourself. Observe somebody else's situation, actions or inactions, words matching words, or words matching actions, and really observe, were there red flags? Was it really what you thought it was? Because I do feel like for some people, they latch on to this twin flame idea, think that that is the person for them, and it's become more of an obsession than a true divine union. And you need to be out of that obsessive energy to truly observe what it is, if there were red flags or not. And even if that was a weird ass situation, I still feel like it was divinely necessary, because if that's where your energy is feeling like it should be, that that soul is out there, that you know there's a connection that is a divine connection, not a mundane superficial partnership that is meant for you, then it is. And for some of you, I don't know what they call that. We're going a little bit label here, the false twin. Maybe that was somebody that was pretty damn close to the person you were supposed to meet, or you feel is out there in your soul. But maybe it wasn't them. But that was giving you a really big lesson you need to get you prepared, so you are even more in the right energy and frequency for that union to happen. Again, everyone's dynamic and situation is different, but you do have to observe your own part in a situation. So this is a big reading. Let's go to the telepathy cards. I hope this is helpful for you guys. I feel like we should let's just do one. What is one message from the telepathy oracle cards that is, I hear connection. So maybe between you and a divine masculine. What is the biggest message that would be helpful, please and thank you? Well, that would make perfect sense. You got synchronicity. And it also says that you have a divine soul match. So if you have a person in your life and you always see their name, you know, you see the make of their car, or their birth date, or something that's maybe really special between you and them all of the time. Pay attention to those synchronistic moments. That is you connecting to the universe. That is your internal soul connection to the other person, to your outer world. And it is coming through as a reminder for you to not give up faith. Because if you have a knowing, don't question the knowing. Have faith in however it needs to become, unfold, develop, or grow. So, divine soul matches. Have amazing moments of synchronicity, because you're connecting to the Akashic records. You're connecting to something that was supposed to be. You know, you have these divine moments, but then you have free will around how you work through around to from those moments. You have free will, and so does somebody else. If you in any way are trying to make somebody be with you, or if there's anybody else in a situation that is trying to make somebody feel a certain way about them, that's not a divine connection. That's incompatibility. It's a misconnection in authenticity, but also in vibration. And it's not reciprocity in back and forth energy. It's not unconditional love, because unconditional love is pure acceptance of somebody exactly as they are, not trying to change them. It's not needing them to do something to bring in validation. It's not any attention that goes out there for them to feel a certain way. That's selfish attachment and not truly wanting the best for someone. When it's unconditional, you want the best no matter what it is they choose. You hope they choose you, you know, but if they do not, you accept it because it's unconditional love. Hi, Rose. Are you coming to say hi or do you need something? Not sure. All right, let's go to, I feel like we should pull maybe a mystery card or two. So let's do that. Let's just get a few. Get a little deeper on the situation, then the divine truth, and then a little bit of tarot. Rose is here. I have a feeling she might have to go outside. Do you? Maybe? Or you just want my attention? What is the message for the collective, please? Ask for what you need. That's very powerful. Any of you are not speaking up, or if this person doesn't know how to speak up on what they need, what is a boundary, what is healthy, what is not, then you can't go on complete telepathy that this person, even if they feel you energetically, actually knows what you want. So do you really know what you need? Have you learned it along the way by things that you have gone through? Have you expressed it and given someone the chance to, I hear like follow through. That's really powerful. I think she does have to go to the bathroom. So we're gonna let her out. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, so have you asked for what you need? How was the response to that? Have your needs changed throughout a process? Have you learned anything, you know, that would be different in what you ask for? I feel like a lot of this starts by asking yourself what you need. So let's get another one. What is another message from the mystery deck? Oh. This reading is beautiful, guys. Are you loving yourself? Are you putting all of that love and attention that you want to give somebody else into you as well? And maybe this is just what the divine masculine soul really wants you to know right now. I'm gonna show you this and just let you look at that for a minute. I love you. I think Rose shoved her ball underneath my shelf. She keeps creating distractions. Oh, I lift this up. Let me show you what was at the bottom. Time to decide. So maybe there's a decision you have to make that's for you. Maybe that was the underlying foundation of a situation. I don't know what she's doing, but I feel like I need to pause you again. Oh, she's making a mess. That's what she's doing. All right, let's just continue with this reading, but I feel like we're gonna maybe go back and forth here between the divine truth and tarot. So let's get some more clarity, go a little deeper. What would be helpful for the collective to know about the energy, situation, thoughts, feelings, and journey of the divine masculine energy? Please. Oh, I hope she is not too loud on your device. Luckily, she's in the other room. Rose is causing distractions. Maybe that has to do with some of the energy going on in your divine masculine situation. Maybe there are distractions that can't be ignored right now. So let me attend to Rose. I don't even know how many times I just paused this, but let's just continue. So from the divine truth, what would be helpful right now? Clarity on the divine masculine, please and thank you. I'm also seeing here, I feel like some of you are dealing with the divine masculine where this twin flame, soul to soul, divine connection sort of thing wasn't even in their sphere. Because I see this next to this observation here. So I do feel like some of you are connecting to a divine masculine that is just learning about what this kind of divine love is. Maybe tapping into their spirituality. Maybe even starting to look at readings. Trying to understand what it is that's going on about you that is just not the same as any other partnership they've ever had, or why you are so incomparable, or why you are so important and have affected so much in their long ass drained journey over there. Because I don't feel like it's you that drains them. I feel like you inspire and uplift and support and elevate this person. So I feel like some of the divine masculines are getting more clarity on what the heck this kind of thing is, as far as like a divine union, because of you. And that might be really confusing if someone's just having a spiritual awakening and starting to see synchronistic energy, starting to observe how their inner world is a reflection of the outer world around them and how they are a part of that. But it's I hear the collective. It's also about the collective part of it. So let's see. For some of you, you may have been dealing with a divine masculine that was really spiritual, and maybe this is your journey. You're just starting to figure out why something is so different. And I don't think it has to do with where your soul's at, because maybe if you were the one that was really spiritual and somebody else was really good on the 3D plane, they have a lot to teach you. And if you're the one, and you know, whoever that's pretty much what I see. Whoever, I feel like it could go both ways, or maybe you're just even. So let's see. Clarity for collective. You notice how Rose is eating? That's her thing after she goes outside. All of a sudden she'll eat her food. Dancing in love. I am surrendering. So somebody is surrendering. They're letting go. They're releasing maybe even the need to figure everything out and just allow what it is to be. And someone's surrendering to the cadence of your soul. So it's the different rhythms, it's the different energies, it's the different emotions that come through. It's not just this same old boring record that is played over and over and over and over. You're like the whole spiritual jukebox. Not just the one song that keeps on, repeat. And allowing us to dance in love. Maybe you like to dance. Dancing is such an easy way to switch your energy up. Dancing is such an amazing way to be in the moment, to be in the now. Maybe the person you're connecting to is a dancer. Maybe this divine masculine has moves. Maybe they have 2 left feet. Either way, I don't think you would care. I just think you would find all of their moves beautiful. Wow, I just heard sexy really, really loud. I mean, there's someone here you obviously think is pretty sexy, passionate. So let's clarify this dancing in love now with a tarot card. Tell us more about why somebody is finally surrendering. Maybe for some of you, this is somebody who is used to being in control. It could be somebody who is very powerful in their world, or feels they feel more comfortable when they know how something's gonna happen. I hear plans. They want to know why they're making plans, how those plans are going to unfold. It looks like if this person was kind of rigid and how something had to be, it looks like with this dancing energy, they're getting more flexible. Maybe they figured out how to have a warm up, a little cool down at the end, more in rhythm and in harmony with their soul and who they are, but it's more like who they can become. I just thought of that one quote from the Art of Life. It's like when you let go of who you are, you become what you might be. Might not have that exact, but I think I have it close. So clarify the dancing in love and somebody in this energy of surrender, actually releasing, not holding on to maybe even a thought pattern or like something so tightly. I feel like this was somebody maybe really wound up, like wound up too tight. I see one of those weird, I don't even know what it is. Those little toys that you wind, and it's like a little top and it spins until it winds, you know, it runs out to the end and then it just falls over. So maybe somebody was wound up too tight. They had to actually get to the point where they fell over in exhaustion to finally stop and observe. Stop running. Stop running from who they're supposed to become even. Stop running from you. Stop, I don't know. Because this now I'm getting the Four of Wands, which sometimes is the twin flame in the tarot, because it's the four pillars that can build a foundation, but it's my say yes to the dance already card. So clarify dancing in love, please and thank you. Six of Pentacles. Okay, it's interesting also that I haven't used this particular deck in a very long time. And this card came through the last time, and it's the only Six of Pentacles card that feels weird. And I feel like, and you got this, deception here. So, usually the Six of Pentacles is beautiful. It's for philanthropy, equal give and take, reciprocity of an energy, doing good deeds for the community. You know, it's giving but receiving. Sometimes you're on one side, sometimes you're on the other side. But I'm going to show you this card because it is a weird one. So maybe this is something you need to be aware of, or this is something that this masculine is actually observing, because it does look like there's an outside energy either working together against somebody who has pure intentions of their heart. This person in the middle, can I even show you this? I have enough light. Yeah, that person wants to give. But look at this one. It's picking their pocket when they're doing a good deed. And I kind of feel like this could even be, not all situations, you know, take this with a grain of salt. It could just be an energetic impression to have awareness and observe. But it could be where, you know, this person's pretending like, oh, I don't have any food, please give me some money, setting this person up so that they can be taken advantage of. I feel like maybe that's what this person is observing, because I put it over here by this deception. Maybe this person feels like every partnership they've been in, maybe even people around them in their family, their friends, people at work, constantly draining them of energy, when their heart, I mean, if they're connecting to you, this is somebody with a wonderful heart. They're connecting to you, they're mirroring your energy, they're fucking amazing. But maybe they're around people that don't see that or want to try to take something from them, or, you know, they've maybe even only been in a situation, depending on past lives, what they grew up, where they grew up, partnerships they've been in, people they've been around, where they always felt like they had to do something to validate who they are and not about who their soul actually is. You know, like that outside validation made them feel like they are someone. But that usually stems from childhood, where somebody believes that if they don't get that unconditional love, if they get an A on the test, or, you know, they're a quarterback on the football team, or, you know, they did this thing, or they did 10, you know, did the dishes, I did all that. Am I a good boy? Am I a good girl? Do you love me now? Like it's sad. So they search for that or believe that's how they are loved if they prove themselves, rather than just having somebody who just doesn't really need any proof. They just love them. That might be really confusing to someone, because I kind of feel like this is where they've been taken advantage of in their life by even people they trusted, maybe even strangers, when they're trying to do the right thing. And there's maybe some people always looking for a handout, but maybe also some people like doing something behind their back. Maybe this person is aware of it, maybe they're not, but I would say it's energetically felt. But the Six of Pentacles is if somebody is surrendering to maybe the truth in a situation around them, or perhaps the truth that maybe they're overgiving to the point of exhaustion to the wrong people. Because I feel like they wanted to give you this love. Maybe they didn't know how, or maybe they thought you were like everybody else. I feel like they are figuring out that you are not. But it could also be where this person is learning how to look through the mask of others and or take off the mask they were wearing. See where they can give and it's truly appreciated, and also learning when they need to ask for help. Because if somebody's surrendering, that might be somebody saying, God, I need a little help. Or maybe just calling you up or calling someone they trust and be like, yo, I need a little help. I'm exhausted in this life. I need to ask you to take some of this stress off and handle this situation for a little bit. There's no reason I have to do it all on my own. So this could be somebody who wanted or thinks they need to prove how they can handle so much. But the Six of Pentacles is usually where you're given a gift. Time, money, value, energy. And it's usually valuable or creates a valuable structure in your life, but you have to see where there is actual back and forth energy and not just always going in one direction. Rose is under the table and she definitely wants my attention. So I'm trying to like half pet her and half do this reading for you guys. Let's get another message. What is another message from the Divine Truth that would be helpful for the collective to know pertaining to the Divine Masculine energy? And this is like current, current energies. Although I feel like you have a good feeling about how something is developing, I'm kind of feeling like you have a lot of, when you're dancing here, it's like, one person leads and one person follows, but you work together. I just see maybe some of you getting, I don't want to say like bursts or peaks of feelings that come out of nowhere, where you feel like it's not even your energy, but all of a sudden, I don't know, like an overwhelming feeling, whatever that is, love, passion, crying all of a sudden comes kind of out of nowhere, and it's probably your connection to someone else. I feel like you know that though. But, remember to, if that's you tapping into somebody else's energy and you feel like somebody needs a prayer, send them a little extra love, do that. But then, also put that, send a prayer for yourself, ask for help for yourself as well, both. But just kind of observe if it's your attachment to someone else, what's your energy and what is theirs. What is another message? Whatever I just said, that's exactly what I love when the messages come through when I'm doing the middle of the shuffling. This is someone who is, it's also very perfectly placed over this deceptive energy. Maybe this is someone deceiving themselves or was on how much they are actually feeling for you. How much emotion they actually have. This could be someone who doesn't just wear stoic, boring, non-expressive masks, but they have many. Maybe you're the one that got to see these many facets, but I feel like it's because you saw the actual person, the truth, not just the facade. This person wants to take this mask off, but I do feel like you are tapping into somebody's emotions. And they might be tapping into yours too. Maybe this person has overwhelming moments all of a sudden when you're suddenly going through something. You definitely have a connection here that's different and special. But this is somebody who is going through an array of emotions and they're feeling unstable right now. They're exhausted, they're unstable, they're emotional, they want to run away, they want to be transparent, they want to tell you they love you, they feel attached and craved, and yet they're surrendering and letting go. They're all over the place. They're observing, and yet I feel like they're hyper focused on something as well. So this person is learning stability. Maybe they're learning to finally see, I keep seeing that transparent energy, that maybe that transparency is also strength. Vulnerability is strength. If this is someone that was taught that crying is not strong, crying is not what you do, you deal with it. So then what, they're crying in their car by themselves, or they're crying on the inside and never releasing that energy, and that's going to get somebody way off balance in their life. Sometimes it's just better to work through those emotions because they are going to always change. Bottling it up usually is harder. So let's get a little clarity on why somebody is emotional right now. I like how I can be a little more organized on this table. Tell us more about this emotional situation. It looks like somebody's confused, goofy. They smell something funny, angry, upset. I don't know why I said smell something funny. That's what that one face looks like to me, but maybe they smell something funny in a situation, like something smells funny. That's when you are reading the room or you're reading somebody's energy. So maybe somebody's more in tune with their own energy or energies around them. What is clarity on the divine masculine feeling all of this emotion right now? Yeah, and you got the moon. Oh my goodness. Of course you do. So it is. That's whatever I said, when you bottle it in, it's going to eventually come to light. It's the ebb and flow of different emotions as they come. It is facing things that were fearful in the past and gaining strength because you face it. It's tapping into both intuition and instinct. It's looking at where there is loyalty and where there is not. It's like, here it does look like there's a pack. There's like two, black and white, yin yang. Sometimes this is a Cancer energy. It could be secrets, something kept under the surface. But if this person is going through a lot of emotion because they're keeping something secret, or a lot of emotion because they're deceiving themselves, that could be what somebody is figuring out. Because you have this crab coming out of the emotional situation, out of the water. Maybe somebody has to take their pinchers off of something, because over here somebody's letting go, not holding on. I see claws now. I don't know, maybe somebody's had their claws in this person, or they had their claws in something else. Maybe something was being pinched. But there's always that new moon when you release something. There's the full moon, and full moon when you start something, or those cycles. I feel like this is somebody going through the gateway. It looks like even though this is a full moon, it is glowing and shining like the sun. I see like the man in the moon. I don't know. I mean, there's a person's face in there. There's actually a song called My Man, My Moon. I can't quite get the lyrics though. It's number 18. It's a very powerful energy. But then think of the moon. Think of the difference between the sun and the moon. So the sun, right, has that ball of energy, that shine, that heat, you know, that masculine energy. But if you went around to the other side of the sun, it's going to still be shining out the other way. The moon reflects the sun, but if you went around to the other side of the moon, it'd be dark. So there is something about that dark side that you didn't see. Maybe this person feels like they had a dark side they don't want you to see. I feel like you would help illuminate even how that is beautiful. Maybe it's you. Clarity from the divine truth. We're just going to keep going with this reading because I do feel like it's, I wanted to say important, but I actually hear necessary. So let's just get another one. What is another message for the collective? Please and thank you. Choices. And this is on observation. Every choice is a chance to go in a new direction, go back in the same direction. Choices can be actions or non-actions. It looks like this is like literally the same person. A decision between love, well, beautiful segue into the moon because it's a choice between love or fear. Does somebody maybe fear love? Because that could be running, fear of loss. We fall in love by chance and stay by choice. So it could be somebody staying somewhere by choice out of fear. Maybe somebody staying by choice out of love. But if it's the choice between the one or the other, there's always going to be more regret and constant fear from what you never did. Never stepping up to bat, never taking a chance, never having that moment, never having that experience. It's like the what if feels like a bigger loss than the take a chance and maybe it doesn't work, but now you have the experience, you got the growth, you have the memory, you experience that love. To not experience the love but know it's there, that feels like a bigger loss than just facing something that feels fearful. Also, this person could be emotional because they're trying to figure out how to face a situation that they're afraid of. And instead of ever making a choice that they believe in, they go into the energy of fear and or acceptance because that feels easier than making a solid choice. I feel like this person actually has the choice to find the right knowledge that they need if they need help with something. I don't know what that is, but let's get another message from the tarot to clarify choices. Also, this is you too. What you do is your choice. That's that free will. Maybe this person is feeling like it's time to make a different choice if they felt like their choice was not taking them down the right road. I just heard or getting caught in the maze of exhaustion, or always feeling like they were in the dark and never felt the sunshine, because I do feel the sunshine. I saw the big old sun. So what is a clarifying card for choices? That one. You got the Six of Pentacles and now you have the Six of Cups. And this is my soulmate card. This is pure love. it could be choices for some of you or some masculines where their choices do revolve around children, which is a big choice, you know. It could be choices where somebody is thinking about how, if they have children, they can observe true love. Because I see this big old false mask, and that looks like it's a big front, but not ever getting love. And now I'm thinking of the kids that were always trying to, you know, I don't know, if a kid never saw a beautiful divine partnership, they don't have that beautiful reflection on how amazing love could be. They just think it's this mask and this situation, and that's what it is. So maybe that's, for some of you, what somebody is thinking. But usually this comes back to a soulmate connection where there's just innocence in the way the love goes back and forth. Where somebody could be bringing you a gift, somebody could be coming back from the past. This could be reconciliation. It looks like so much happiness. It does look like this little boy. It's like someone's tapping into their childlike self. Like, I feel like this is somebody who's expressing how they feel with the purity of their heart. It's really sweet. It's a sweet card. It's also where somebody could be reminiscing. They're observing here about how they ran, different choices they made, different emotions they went through in a journey, whether they asked for what they needed, whether they even know what that was, observing a special person they really loved, or how they loved many, but maybe in different ways, because there's many different ways to love, and there's different dynamics depending on who that is. This could be someone who is making choices that kept them stuck in the past, because this is nostalgia. So it's remembering something, and sometimes a beautiful light and sometimes a weird light, because they're not quite there. But what you have to remember with this is how to take that nostalgic energy and make choices that bring it into the present moment, that change the choices you make in the present moment, that open up different opportunities and expansion and more beautiful moments like this in the future. Let's get another one from the Divine Truth. We're going to get one more. What is the last message that would be helpful? So maybe somebody is choosing if they should come back to you, or what they want to, I don't know. I feel like somebody's doing, I see this. Like, I see this road, and I see there's a split in the road. Maybe somebody thought there was only one direction, or one way to do something, or one approach, or one way out. Maybe it's bigger than that, because I see this exhaustion, and I see this highway, and now I see one of those old maps, like, you know, when you actually had to use a real map and you get to see the whole thing. So maybe somebody has to zoom out and observe how there are many directions that something can unfold. If they're following divine assistance, they're already going in the right direction. It's about the whole journey and different choices you make along the way. So if you think every choice in the future is going to be so hard, because that's a pretty hard direction, it's kind of in the dark, feeling really emotional about that, you know, better to stay where there's this plastic mask, and that feels like you know what's going to be. It's the same face every day, and that unknown territory is what's scaring somebody. They have to trust and have faith in themselves, maybe even faith in you, because I do feel like if anyone's involving you in that future, you need to be a part of that, and not just in this person's mind on all the choices they are making. That has to be choices you make together along the way. And I do feel like if this person always felt alone, you and them together could handle anything. You'll figure anything out step by step along the way as it comes. love for not just you and them, but everyone involved. And if this person is worried about the choices of the past, you got to let the fucking past go. Just slipped out a swear word. Especially if they know that different choices feel better now and in the future. And then just trust as those choices arrive into the future, what you can't see, that you'll figure it out, or you can redirect the path if it doesn't feel right. But if it's making choices somebody doesn't really believe in, it's not their authentic truth, and they never feel good going in that direction, they have to choose to go in a different direction. They have to choose to do something a different way. Or nothing is going to change. But it could also be that this person doesn't want to change. Or that change could be something that's not easy for someone. Not everyone is like this dancing in love, flexible, and, you know, there's situations, especially if there's huge ass changes in their life. That's a lot of changes. So it has to be step by step. Not overwhelmed by the map either. One more. I'm going to put this whole deck together. What is the last message for this reading? This is a big one. I looked at that at 1110. Weird. 1111. So, one more, please and thank you. Final message. Wow. I just saw that like you and them being able to make choices together. And your final card is this power couple. And maybe this is, you know, a 3D powerful company. I don't know why I said company. Maybe you're going to start a company together. I wanted to say couple. That was really weird. Maybe you're going to start a company. Or maybe it's about the company you keep. Or the company this person keeps. If someone was always seeking power, or somebody was always trying to overpower somebody else, or the power dynamic was not equal. But if this is about you and someone else, you're equally powerful. You're equally strong. You're equally capable of knowing when it's time to make a decision. And if it's somebody that's in their own personal power, you know when to connect and what to do for anybody else you want to help, but you also know how to help yourself. Independence, interdependence, indestructible force. I mean, you have the twin flame, indestructible. Nothing can break this. I heard chemistry. Nothing can come between. Nothing can ultimately break this bond. Energetically take away or really deplete this dynamic, because you're like the sun and moon together. It just works perfectly. You know, it's like the perfect magnets that can come together. That many wish, I hear Tesla all of a sudden. Maybe that's hopeful for someone, but I'm not thinking like the car. I'm thinking like the Amazeballs, man. I just saw like a spaceship flying, or like energy frequency. Maybe you're into Tesla. Many wish they could be liked by few and envied by most. I mean, if you're in the position of power, there are going to be people that connect to you and love you. There might be people that connect to you and are there just because you're powerful, and they might get something out of that, whether that's to help themselves or selfishly. This is definitely a dynamic that not just anybody can be or anybody gets gifted to have in their life. That's pretty special. So you can't, you know, I would say these people are so strong. I don't think it's about anybody's outside opinions. They're not going to break this down. They're not going to change this dynamic. I see these people as going out, dancing together, going in the office together, coming at home, having sassy time, and talking in the bed together. Like everything, no matter what it is. Even if this powerful couple just supports each other. I see it like their home base. I don't know why I just thought of baseball. like with each other's lives on what they do. And that doesn't have to be that both are involved in business. You know, maybe one person does something really, really different. Maybe they're just at home doing, but I still feel like there's some kind of purpose. I don't think this is a person that just gets up and cleans. And I feel like they have something about them that is special, and something about them that fulfills this purpose that is bigger than just doing the dishes and the laundry and having dinner ready. I feel like that's unfulfilling for whoever this is in this particular power couple that I am connecting to, but that's nice. Maybe this person always just did that and thought that was enough. They love to cook. But I feel like even if it's just that simplicity, this is somebody who is going to create a cookbook, or this is somebody who is going to reach out in the community and take what they create and share it, or start a, I see like a fund or a class, or maybe something online. So maybe it starts with something really simple. It doesn't have to be this big, powerful thing that you do, but whatever it is, that is the passion, the joy, that's all that matters. They want to do more with that passion and joy. And I feel like the other person is encouraging of that. I hope that made sense. So maybe this is somebody who had fears on what others would think on this dynamic. You know, maybe they thought that their choices would be judged. But maybe this person is observing all that judgy information different, or judging themselves different, or releasing judgmental energy altogether and just going with it. Because I do feel like I keep hearing gift. Maybe there's a gift. You do have the 6 of Cups. But if this is a gift by God, it needs to be accepted. Like the 6 of Pentacles. Somebody has to open up their arms and say, yes, thank you. That's exactly what I prayed for. That's exactly what I needed, even if I didn't know it. And they have to make the choice to take that gift, whatever that is. Whether it is a gift of a hard time, whatever this said, or something feels like it's falling apart. That's an opportunity. That is a gift to have transformation, or a gift for simplicity, a gift to get their engine revving again, a gift to have a situation that may never get grounded, but help them observe everything in their life that they choose to stay in differently. But if it is a gift that they know they are called to in their heart that feels right for them, and there's something that they crave more than anything else in their life, and that craving doesn't go away, and they say no to that gift, you're telling God, you're telling the universe that you don't really want what you prayed for, and you're kind of restricting blessings. Because if you take that gift, you're only going to create more and more blessings in your life. And not just blessing you and that person, but blessing everybody. Because when the right people are in power, you can change I keep wanting to swear in this reading today. I see like you can change not only your worlds, but the whole world. Or at least people so deeply in the world you touch, they will change people in their world, and they will change people in their world, and generations will change. You know, I even see like generational, what is that, status quo, karmic cycles completely shattered and broken. Wow, this was a really big reading, and I don't even quite know what came through, and I was still planning on doing a divine feminine reading. But the divine masculine here both had a lot of energy, a lot going on, but I feel like, and this is not a gender thing, you could be a masculine or a feminine connecting to the divine masculine energy. I don't read for genders, but I do feel like there was a lot that also came through, which I'm glad for you too. So let's just clarify one last card on that power couple. Indestructible force. But I'm kind of seeing that like the magnets, like an energy field, not forcing something. I feel like that's different. I feel like there's no need to force anything. Anything that needs to be forced, I see like somebody trying to put what is that, the square peg in the round hole. You know, if something is just not a fit, it's not a fit. And if something is like, even I'm getting like something that changed form. So if something started and it was a fit, but then someone else grew, elevated, went into a new cycle of their life, observed certain things in their life that were no longer here accessible. I don't know why, like, but for their highest and greatest good of where they are now or where they want to go. You know, it's almost like your dynamic, your energy, your aura even changed color. So that can create mismatched energies from past cycles because you're supposed to be in a new one. One more. Clarity on power couple, please, and thank you. Five of Swords. We're ending weird, guys. So the Five of Swords, where did I put this over? I mean, I put this technically over deception. The Five of Swords is that manipulating energy. It's where somebody just, I mean, if there was an upside down and this is upside down, and that was a power couple, or somebody in a position of power, or thinks they're more powerful than they are, or tries to overpower anybody by messing with their head, by playing mind games, by living, you know, somebody giving them this false sense of reality. That's someone that's just trying to win. But I did pull this upside down, which is good. That's actually the better way to see this. So we'll just quickly look at it because you have the deceptive card here. It could be somebody who's observing how maybe they had people constantly messing with their mind, confusing their thoughts, draining them because somebody just wanted to win. They wanted the big fancy mask. They didn't care how they won, what choices had to be made. This is somebody who has total lack of authenticity. This is a false person. This is somebody who doesn't even care about the sword or the trophy, the other person, or even in the end, even themselves, because they're in such an energy of selfishness. They just want to be the best to be the best. And then usually what happens is this person ends up alone. You know, other people walk away because the energy is, it doesn't feel good. You know, especially if somebody's always messing with somebody else's mind, that can be exhausting. Playing games with them so that they can secretly, you know, have their plan. It's like makes me think of like a cartoon. I don't know why I just thought of whoever's in the, I'm thinking of like two things. I thought of the Smurf, and I can't get his name, Gargamel. And then I thought of Dr. something. He's the guy from Inspector Gadget who has that cat. It's like, oh, my secret plan, my evil plan is going to think. No, that's actually going to just backfire on that person. And in the end, they're left empty-handed because they don't have that true connection. If this is upside down, this is probably somebody who could be in a power couple, because upside down, the Five of Swords is that tough-ass teacher. You don't always like them because they play the hard game. They keep you guessing. They keep you questioning. They keep you observing yourself, observing that dark, scary situation you didn't want to look at, observing something in a different light or different facet or different approach than you wanted to see. They bust open your mind from anything that was stuck in a box because they believe in you. They believe in your intelligence. They believe that you have the power in your choices, but they leave it up to you. I always see it as like the chess teacher. Somebody sees their student can be best chess player evs in the world. So they're not gonna like let them win the game so they feel better. you know, put the little kid gloves on them so they keep coming back and bringing the money and get the teacher. It's like you almost leave a lesson like not even liking the teacher at all. Like, oh man, why did they say that thing? Why did they make you do that? But you're questioning it, and then you eventually get the lesson. It's like Mr. Miyagi. You know, you are almost so harsh. So this could have been somebody, or even you, said something to someone and they took that shit the wrong way. They were not ready to hear that lesson. They were not ready to see the truth in a situation. They were not ready to face that fear in themselves. They were not ready to observe whatever it is in that light, because that's so different than they ever saw it. So maybe somebody needed to take some time to see how that lesson was to open up their mind, expand them to maybe even know it's not about the win, it's about the growth and why you are even, I don't want to say in the game in the first place, but kind of like why you are in the game. Maybe this person was game playing. It looks like whoever is here, you know, is either proud if it's this way, or they're prideful the other way. And somebody else is like, you know what? It's yours. You win. And kind of walks away and doesn't even care. I would say this power couple knows how to release any energies that are not worth working with. And like create I see somebody actually creating their own game, creating their own something. Like they don't even want to play tic-tac-toe anymore. I sort of want to clarify that one. This is the longest reading, Evs. I hope if you guys are still here, thank you so much. I hope this is a reading that is helpful for you. I was actually going to make this like a 20-minute reading or something really easy. Take a little glance-roo. What's going on with the divine masculine? And you know, just the way the messages flow, that's not what happened. I did see before that Art of Life deck. So let me grab that one. Almost as long as a movie. The divine just came through to give you your own personal you movie. So I grabbed this one too, because I did want to, at the beginning of the reading, do a confession of the soulmate. So let's do a confession and we will finish with the Art of Life. If any of you have thought of any personal, beautiful, inspiring music during this reading, I think I'm going to do this particular playlist a little bit different, and I will put whatever songs did come through, but sometimes I get extra ones that I think of when I look for those songs, but I feel like I should open this one up to you. So if you could help me out, if you're still here, I'd really appreciate you maybe adding some songs. Sometimes I am busy and I can't quite get to it. I don't know when I'm going to release this, if I'm going to put this, and hopefully I get to a Divine Feminine reading. I don't know if I'll put it up on the same day. If I'll put this up in 2 parts, I probably won't. But I will try to get it in the playlist for you guys. You know, as soon as I can. Sometimes I'm running on empty. I pretty much work from the time I wake up until the time I fall asleep. So let's, maybe that was a message that needed to come through if that's you. Even if you're not doing something that's exactly exhausting, you know, you could feel like it's something you really love to do, but maybe it's even moments of, you know, beautiful, simple, fond memories that you need to do. Maybe some of you need to even hang out with a certain friend. Just kind of have a nice day. I hear it's like a day off or a day out or a day in, whatever that is for you. What is one confession of a soulmate oracle card that would be helpful for the collective to hear, coming from the higher self of the divine masculine, please, and thank you. I hear go, and I don't know why. I did just think of the, I think it's common. I think it's Common Song. Ooh, you got an intensity. What does this say? This says, look, it has this watch. What time does it say? It looks like it is 11:57. Or if it's the other way, 7:57. It says intensity. My feelings for you overwhelm me sometimes. Please reassure me by taking things slowly and patiently, and this will help me feel comfortable with the changes that are happening. And you have this power energy here. You have choices here. You have something that could be coming back into your life here. You have somebody observing something different here, and somebody's also exhausted, but they're seeing these signs. So if they're surrendering to the cadence of the ebb and the flow and the different emotions that come through when they do, this person just needs you to give them patience. Give them space if they need it. Give them support if they need that. And that will help them feel comfortable with changes that are happening. So it is saying that there are changes that are happening in this person's life. It could be changes that are happening outside, you know, not really in their control, but it could also be the things they can control. They are doing their best to make different choices here. So let's get one more. Art of Life, because I did see that quote. I don't know why. I mean, I used to use this deck a lot, and I still do. But it's interesting how there are certain cards in this particular deck that I refer to in my mind when I see that tarot card out of any of the decks that I have. Impressions. Maybe you've made a real big impression on someone. Keeps coming back to you. Keep hearing that. And maybe it's like art. You're like art. Maybe you like art, or you're an artist. Makes me think of the Temperance card. One more. What is the final message to be helpful for the collective? Please and thank you. Guess what came through? I'm not going to give you 3 guesses. You get 1. You got the Lovers. So Gemini energy. And it's interesting, whatever I said way in the beginning about something being up in the ether, more in tune with spirit. You have this feminine energy up there, and it almost looks like she's floating, like a floating, sassy human angel. And then you have this vulnerable, naked, masculine energy, grounded on the ground, but also exposed. So maybe the veil is being lifted, since the feminine energy has these beautiful, like, sheer, you know, dress on. She is coming undressed. So she is revealing her heart, getting something maybe off of her chest, whispering something to the masculine energy. But the masculine energy feels completely comfortable here. The heart has reasons that reason cannot know. And I think that says pretty much everything with how this reading is. The heart has reasons, and reasons cannot know. So if this person is always in their head here, always trying to reason something out, figure it out, have the big plan, this is not going to make any sense. And it's just allowing it to be whatever this love, this dynamic, this soul-to-soul connection is. But the Lovers is always about choice. Choice to include the other person. Recognizing if the energy is the same or how the ebb and the flow of the dynamic is. If something is always coming back around, it could also be where the Lovers upside down could be releasing something that is uncompatible and choosing the incomparable. The Lovers has, you know, if it's that struggle and there's that intensity or a holding on, or somebody is making choices trying to make somebody else feel something that they just don't, that's not the right dynamic of power. That's force, and it's false, and it's felt, and it's exhausting. But when the Lovers is upright and it's constant choices that are made from the heart, it's exhilarating. I just heard again, it's a gift. So that's Major Arcana number 6. Maybe the number 6 is important. That's also balance and love. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope this reading was helpful. And I look very much forward to seeing you very soon. And I love you so much. And I just want you to truly know from the depth of my soul, my heart, that I feel so much gratitude that I get to be here with you and consider you my soul tribe, my soul family. So thank you so much. I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye.